His woman, the one who always prepared delicious meals by the fire, decided to leave, and now Dudukwe is single again. But life in the wild must go on, and that means he has to do something he's never mastered before, cooking for himself. Determined to show that he can survive without help, Dudukwe takes on the challenge of making his first solo meal. He watches how others cook, thinking, how hard can it be? But soon, he realizes that hunting is nothing compared to the difficulties of preparing a proper meal. The fire struggle, too much smoke, no flame. Dudukwe starts by gathering dry wood and twigs, carefully arranging them as he's seen the women do many times. He strikes a spark, but instead of a strong flame, thick smoke fills the air, making his eyes water and forcing him to cough uncontrollably. His first attempt ends in failure, and he laughs at himself while wiping his tears from the smoke. After several frustrating tries, he finally manages to get a small flame going. Success! He proudly watches the fire grow, feeling like a true survival expert again, until he realizes he forgot one thing: food. The meat disaster, burnt and raw at the same time. Dudukwe finds some fresh meat from a recent hunt and confidently places it over the fire. He watches it sizzle, convinced he's doing a great job. But distracted by his victory over fire, he forgets to turn the meat. When he finally remembers, one side is already burnt to a crisp, while the other side is still raw. Hesitating, he takes a small bite, hoping for the best. His face immediately twists in horror. It tastes awful. He tries to act like a strong warrior, but even he can't hide the truth. His cooking is a complete disaster. The soup experiment, a recipe for disaster. Dudukwe isn't ready to give up yet. He decides to try making soup instead. Surely that must be easier. He gathers water, some wild herbs, and chunks of meat, throwing everything into the pot. It smells promising at first, but after tasting it, he nearly spits it out. Too salty? Too bitter? What went wrong? He looks at the bowl, confused. Maybe he added too many leaves? Maybe the water wasn't right? Either way, his soup is completely inedible. He sighs and shakes his head, realizing that cooking is not as easy as it looks. The curious visitors, even the monkeys, laugh at him. As he sits staring at his failed meal, a group of curious monkeys watches from a distance. They seem amused by his struggle, tilting their heads as if questioning his skills. One brave monkey even sneaks closer, sniffing the burnt meat before quickly running away as if to say, even we wouldn't eat that. Dudukwe laughs loudly, realizing that even the animals don't approve of his cooking. Dudukwe Bushman becomes single again, his cooking journey. Deep inside the wild, witness the Hadzabe Bushman's ancient honey hunt and experience the thrills of survival. Nestled in the untouched wilderness of Tanzania, the Hadzabe Bushmen stand as one of the last remaining hunter-gatherer tribes, continuing to live in a manner that has hardly changed for thousands of years. Their life in the wild is not just a way of survival, it's a testament to their profound connection with nature, their extraordinary skills, and their ability to live with what the land gives them. Today, we invite you to join us on an incredible journey into the wild heart of Africa to watch the Hadzabe Bushmen in action as they embark on their ancient honey hunt. This is not just a quest for food, it's an essential part of their culture, tradition, and survival. Follow the hunters as they navigate the African bush, working with the land and the creatures that inhabit it to secure this sweet, life-sustaining treasure. Let's step into their world and experience it firsthand. The rich history of honey for the Hadzabe tribe. Honey is more than just a food to the Hadzabe, it is a symbol of survival, an essential resource in a world where food sources are unpredictable and the challenges of hunting and gathering are constant. Their relationship with honey is as ancient as the land they inhabit, and the skills required to harvest it have been passed down through generations of wisdom. Here's why honey is so deeply treasured in the Hadzabe lifestyle. A natural energy source, honey is rich in sugars and provides instant energy, making it a crucial food source for the tribe. Whether they're heading out on long hunting trips or enduring the African heat, honey fuels them through the day. A source of healing, beyond its nutritional value, honey has been used by the Hadzabe for its healing properties, from treating wounds to soothing sore throats and boosting immunity. A cultural experience, the hunt for honey isn't just about survival, it's a communal activity that brings the tribe together. Sharing the honey after the hunt strengthens the bonds within the community and connects them to the land and each other. The hunt begins, tracking the honey guide bird. The Hadzabe Bushmen have a unique and extraordinary partnership with nature, one of the most remarkable being their bond with the honey guide bird. This bird is more than just a creature of the wild, it plays an integral role in the Hadzabe honey hunt. Here's how the process unfolds. Call and response. Early in the morning, the hunters begin their search for honey. The honey guide bird responds to their calls with a series of chirps and flights, guiding the hunters to the hidden beehives. Following the guide, once the bird leads them to the vicinity of a hive, the hunters move swiftly through the bush, with the bird flying ahead to reveal the exact location of the hive. Teamwork and patience. The Hadzabe display incredible patience and keen observation skills, watching carefully as the bird hovers above to signal the presence of honey. Deciduous tree scaling the heights, the daring climb to the hive. After the hive has been located, the real challenge begins, climbing the towering trees to reach the beehive. These hives are often 20 to 30 feet above the ground, and with no modern climbing tools, the Hadzabe use only their natural agility and skill to scale the heights. Here's what happens next. Climbing the trees, the hunters use vines, tree branches, and their bare hands to ascend the tree, showing remarkable balance and strength. This is no small feat, especially when considering the risk of bee stings and the height they must reach. Using smoke to protect themselves, to avoid the angry swarms of bees, the Hadzabe create smoke from burning grass and wood. The smoke calms the bees, allowing the hunters to harvest the honeycomb without too much interference from the hive's residents. Breaking open the hive, once they reach the hive, the real work begins. The hunters break open the hive, revealing the liquid gold inside, raw honey dripping from the honeycomb. The bees may still be protective, but the hunters work efficiently, knowing the sweet reward is close. Honey pot the sweet reward, a communal feast. Once the honey has been gathered, the Hadzabe tribe comes together to celebrate their victory. What happens next is a joyful, shared experience, where every member of the tribe participates in the enjoyment of this precious food. Fresh honeycomb. The tribe members chew on the fresh honeycomb, tasting the rich, thick sweetness. It's not just the honey they consume, it's the beeswax too, which provides additional nutrients and energy. Sharing with the community. As with many of the Hadzabe traditions, there's a deep sense of community in everything they do. After the honey is harvested, it is shared with the entire tribe, including the honey guide bird, which is given a piece of honeycomb as thanks for its guidance. Celebrating the hunt, this experience is a time for bonding, not just over the honey, but in the act of surviving together. The Hadzabe sit around the fire, laughing, talking, and enjoying the moment of success. It is an occasion where the spirit of togetherness is celebrated. Lessons from the Hadzabe tribe, living in harmony with nature. The Hadzabe Bushmen offer us valuable insights into how to live in harmony with the earth. In a world dominated by technology and consumption, they show us that survival doesn't have to mean taking from the earth. It can be about living with the earth, respecting its cycles, and working with nature to find sustenance. Sustainable practices. The Hadzabe only take what they need, never over-harvesting or exploiting the land. They work in balance with their environment to ensure that resources are preserved for future generations. Respect for wildlife. Through their relationship with the honey guide bird and other creatures, the Hadzabe show how to respect and coexist with animals, rather than conquer or control them. Self-sufficiency. The tribe is completely self-reliant, and their ability to live off the land is a testament to the incredible resilience and adaptability of humankind. Join the journey. If you're fascinated by the deep bond between humans and the wild, the Hadzabe tribe's survival skills, and the art of hunting and gathering, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for more adventures into the heart of Africa. With each video, you'll experience a world that is wild, untamed, and rich with ancient traditions. In the heart of Tanzania, far away from the noise of modern civilization, lies one of the last remaining hunter-gatherer tribes in the world, the Hadzabe Bushmen. For thousands of years, they have lived in perfect harmony with nature, surviving off the land in ways that many of us could never imagine. One of their most fascinating survival traditions is hunting for wild honey, a precious and nutritious natural food source that provides them with energy, nourishment, and medicinal benefits. But hunting for honey in the wild is not as simple as walking up to a beehive and taking what they want. It requires skill, patience, and an incredible bond with nature, especially their special partnership with the honey guide bird. Today, we take you deep into the untamed wilderness of Africa to witness the extraordinary journey of the Hadzabe bushmen as they trap, hunt, and harvest wild honey. You'll see their remarkable tracking skills, fearless tree climbing abilities, and the joyful moments of sharing food with their tribe. This is not just a food-gathering process, it's a sacred tradition, a testament to their survival skills, and a celebration of the bond between humans, animals, and nature. The importance of honey in the Hadzabe lifestyle. For the Hadzabe, honey is more than just a delicious treat, it's one of the most valuable foods in their diet, serving as a high-energy superfood, packed with natural sugars, vitamins, and minerals. Honey keeps the Hadzabe strong and energized for long hunting and gathering expeditions. A natural medicine, the Hadzabe use honey to heal wounds, boost immunity, and prevent infections. The antibacterial properties of honey make it a powerful natural remedy. A sacred gift from nature, unlike modern societies that mass-produce and sell honey, the Hadzabe respect nature's balance, taking only what they need without harming the ecosystem. A communal feast, honey hunting is not just about survival, it's a social and spiritual event where the tribe gathers to celebrate, laugh, and enjoy the sweetness of life together. The Hadzabe's secret weapon, the honey guide bird. One of the most astonishing things about the Hadzabe honey hunt is their ancient partnership with the honey guide bird.
Bami be na bami hamane kon. Bet ay ale ko bala. Tak pala caka. Ale ale. Ya jadi sih. Sama. Ya benar gonggoman. Kau. Kau benar mak unu. Kau sih. Unu pede kau. Anak mak unu bis. Pakai tu. Kutua. Lami caca este. Tadi tete bat. Lama. Put. Cina bala mak. Cok. Nak konon lah. Kau ala kini. Kini kita cok. Dah tutup apa? Lami kai. Lami simpan. Cok bala. Nak apa? Kau nak isi sifat omong kau sifat. Kau sifat eh. Hala saya ingkar kata je. Kita aku tak ah. Mana aku kau. Ah ya, obis. Kau kata satu ini sama macam. Cok obis. Aku. Lami. Cok kenapa? Cok kau kata. Kau tu saya cok. Sama mana? Okey. Ya panjang cok kan. Yuk. Anak ya.
Cecene aya baale. Ya. Cecene aya baala habamia hadza gelane kwa pia sekeme hako aya upu uwako man akaka ema baala. Aya baala haman.
Lami.
One aya Hadzabe.
No utoba man.
Da puso.
Kata bita abang usepa ba ala ko pokota sama ba pokota trintriyo kata yang usepa wa tipa ako kata be na asha kwa hina kumeto na
Pakat lala. Bichote amana.
au kwa sita na kucheza
Laka taba khoda ngakay ba. Uko at iyane ba ngak ay ba. Ko utashi.
kata ta to ono kito
No. Kana.
oye ba na na ai bu kai kito po na break na na iba ta ba ka ada ba ay wa ko ko bete ti bi sa kami ati ti ama kayo ang ben
Ako tutu kasi.
to ha ona
Tangkum. Nusi ah.
basi jamani nashinda kupanda
Kona ba alako. Kula. Haina wadudu.
awa ta hina hina
Bala.
ma es ko ti kuya ma ichina nena hamana to ana te kuya alafu kata kachana bani kwa to so ko na pie be an
Man su kwa kona ko. Nakondio.
Abe. to buta abe pu na pu iya abe pe mo ka ho chi so ka mas ka lang gid to ma ka wang gid sa kai to ma
Wangu sinishikishe nseka watu.
Smart dan upu.
Aku tak aktif ni tak apa kau ni. Aku berjaya. Aku balat ya.
Bade.
umpi. Agamazoa nne watano.
Goes hilariously wrong. Dudukwi, a proud and experienced Hadzabe fisherman, never thought he would find himself alone. His woman, the one who always prepared delicious meals by the fire, decided to leave, and now Dudukwi is single again. But life in the wild must go on, and that means he has to do something he's never mastered before, cooking for himself. Determined to show that he can survive without help, Dudukwi takes on the challenge of making his first solo meal. He watches how others cook, thinking, how hard can it be? But soon, he realizes that hunting is nothing compared to the difficulties of preparing a proper meal. The fire struggled, too much smoke, no flame. Dudukwi starts by gathering dry wood and twigs, carefully arranging them as he's seen the women do many times. He strikes a spark, but instead of a strong flame, thick smoke fills the air, making his eyes water and forcing him to cough uncontrollably. His first attempt ends in failure, and he laughs at himself while wiping his tears from the smoke. After several frustrating tries, he finally manages to get a small flame going. Success! He proudly watches the fire grow, feeling like a true survival expert again, until he realizes he forgot one thing: food. The meat disaster, burnt and raw at the same time. Dudukwi finds some fresh meat from a recent hunt and competently places it over the fire. He watches it sizzle, convinced he's doing a great job. But distracted by his victory over fire, he forgets to turn the meat. When he finally remembers, one side is already burnt to a crisp, while the other side is still raw. Hesitating, he takes a small bite, hoping for the best. His face immediately twists in horror. It tastes awful. He tries to act like a strong warrior, but even he can't hide the truth. His cooking is a complete disaster. The soup experiment, a recipe for disaster. Dudukwi isn't ready to give up yet. He decides to try making soup instead. Surely that must be easier. He gathers water, some wild herbs, and chunks of meat, throwing everything into the pot. It smells promising at first, but after tasting it, he nearly spits it out. Too salty? Too bitter? What went wrong? He looks at the bowl, confused. Maybe he added too many leaves? Maybe the water wasn't right? Either way, his